What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle in their game against the Bills last night. Um, just kind of looking at their numbers real quick before we get into the actual game. Tyreek Hill had 5 catches for 49 yards and a touchdown on 10 targets. Jalen Waddle, 5 catches, 39 yards, a touchdown on 6 targets. So, with that, let's go ahead and get right into it. We've got Tyreek Hill right up here, press man coverage. Straight up cover 1. You don't see that too much against us. I feel like against most teams. Tyreek really doesn't have to do a whole lot here. He does do a good job getting off the press. Right there, that little stutter step, making it look like he's going to go inside, then out. Defeats the outside hand. Nothing too crazy. Take a look at the other angle. Probably not going to be able to see too much here. Only thing we really got to see there is just him managing to get that ball in bounds. Good throw from Tua as well, giving him plenty of space, letting him catch it on the move. Very nice. Okay. So we're going to get Tyreek Hill in motion. Little bootleg action. Not really a big fan of this play. You only got 3 people downfield. If he gets rid of this ball now, he could get it to him, but he takes too long. Ends up going out of bounds. Not great from Tua. I guess we can look at the other angle here. Probably not going to show anything from Tyreek's perspective, really, besides him going in motion. Yeah. Good effort, but okay. So we got Tyreek Hill here at the bottom of the screen. Doesn't have to do too much on the route. That's the thing with Waddle and Hill being as fast as they are. Defenders tend to give him so much room deep that a lot of times they don't really have to do too much on these in-breaking routes. They can just kind of go. Like Tyreek Hill doesn't have to get like particularly low on his break. He has so much space. But now that Tua's in scramble drill, Tyreek Hill knows to just keep going that direction, keep finding a hole in the zone. Tua is able to put it right on him. Sits right there in the zone. Great job by Tyreek. Very good veteran move. Helping his quarterback get out of trouble there. Sits down right in the middle of the zone. All right. So we've got Tyreek Hill lining up in the backfield here, ducking down as he tends to do. Makes it harder for the defense to see him. Tua's going to get it to him underneath. Get some good yak. He might have even been able to reach that out, but that would have been a risk of a fumble. We can watch this angle. And then the Jalen Waddle touchdown, I believe, is right after this. Very nice. Gets himself out of bounds. This is toward the end of the second quarter, so that was key. Jalen Waddle here at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, again, he gives Tre'Davious White gives Waddle so much space. Like, that is incredible. He doesn't even try to press him, which is kind of weird. Like, midfield, that makes sense, but here on the goal line, I would definitely want to press Waddle. But he doesn't. He gives up a bunch of space underneath, which is crazy because the Bills are blitzing, so he has no help on the inside. Makes it a very easy throw for Tua. All right, so we got Jalen Waddle here at the bottom of the screen. Press man coverage, at least that's what they're showing. White's going to back up right before the snap. It's kind of a bad look because they're wanting to do a screen pass with Waddle, but it's kind of a bad look for it. It is interesting. We have all the blocks going the other direction. We're trying to sneak a quick throw to Waddle. I see what they're going for, but unfortunately, so does Tre'Davious White. He sniffs this out immediately and goes and makes the tackle. Like I said, we move Achane over to the left, move him back over. We're trying to make it look like we're just going to hand it off to Achane, but then throw a screen to Waddle. But unfortunately, White, the savvy veteran, doesn't bite it. So here we have third and long. Tua decides to just throw a deep ball to Tyreek Hill and see what happens. He's lining up right here. He did have some options. This is middle field open that you're looking at. You do have Achane right here, easily getting that yardage. Malik Washington, potentially, that's kind of a tougher throw, but this is right here. Again, we're not here to be looking at Tua, but then again, Hill, you can make that catch. You're an elite receiver. You should be making that catch, to be fair. All right, so we got Tyreek Hill right here. Again, cover one, press man coverage. We're going to be looking to go deep here. Honestly, a crossing route here would be really nice against cover one. Easy completion for Tua. Instead, you're kind of doing this. Yeah, middle of the field is so accessible. Tyreek does get open, but unfortunately, he does slip. That's probably a completion. If he doesn't, it is what it is. That ended the drive right there. So as I was kind of hinting at earlier, I mean, if the Bills are going to do this much press man against this, doing this much cover one, doing some crossing routes with our speedy receivers makes a lot of sense. We're going to do it right here with Waddle. He's at the bottom of the screen. Especially at a bunch formations like that, do some crossing routes. It can really do some damage. And right here really just sets up White. Yeah. Just allow Waddle to go get some yak. Easy completion for Tua. Easy yardage for Waddle. Like, we should have been doing a lot more of that. If you're going to do that much press man-to-man against us, we should be doing a lot of that. All right, this is a fantastic route right here by Tyreek Hill. This is his touchdown. He's right here at the bottom of the screen. Julian Hill is going to go in motion. Going to fake to, actually, before he fakes to the inside. Let's slow this down. Can. Fakes to the outside first. Makes him plant his feet. Goes to the inside. Gets the inside leverage, and then just goes right back outside. Really, you could have called that as a hold, but it didn't matter. Fantastic route, especially on the goal line like that. This one kind of comes down to Tua not trusting his protection, unfortunately. He forces this ball out. I think it's more of a throwaway, really, but he does have an option down here. Instead, no, that was just a bad throw. But let's take a look at Hill. He goes in motion. He's faking inside leverage, goes back outside. He's fantastic at that. But that's just a bad throw from Tua. Let's take a look at his mechanics there. he didn't really step into that very well at all. Okay, we've got Waddle at the top of the screen now against your Davis White. Waddle's going to go to the inside, make White give up that inside leverage, and then hard step to the out. It's decently low there, but doesn't really need to sink his hips too crazy much because he does have some space and does a great job getting himself out of bounds as well. We've got Waddle right here. This time he just goes straight there because there's no one guarding the sideline. Gets upfield a little bit, gets himself out of bounds, avoids the big hit, stops the clock, all those good things. And, of course, the boneheaded interception Tua made at the end of the game was targeted to Waddle, so we've got to take a look at it. Up against your Davis White. He sits down in the zone. Tua doesn't even look at the linebacker. I don't know if he thought the linebacker, I don't know if he didn't see him or if he thought he was going to go with Tanner Connor. He's about to get smacked, too. Offensive line wasn't really helping there, and there really wasn't a lot of better options. Throwing it to the dirt would have been better, or even just taking the sack. I mean, you probably could have gotten Tyreek here, actually. Definitely could have, actually. You got a lot of space from him. The linebacker's not close. Yeah, you definitely could have. Okay. This is the last attempt to either Hill or Waddle in this game. Ends up being incomplete pass to Tyreek Hill. He's right here in the slot. Is open going toward the sideline. Throw it some anticipation. You can hit him, but completely misses him. At this point, the game was pretty much sold anyway, but still. And I did see the press conference that Tua had kind of given the impression that, he didn't have anything to do with this loss, which is ridiculous. Is it all his fault? Absolutely not. I mean, there's plenty of blame to go around. I mean, Zach Sealer, roughing the punter. You had, the two late hits on Josh Allen earlier in the game that extended drives. Like, there's a lot of stupid things that, shot ourselves. Just examples of us shooting ourselves in the foot repeatedly throughout the game. Sorry, I'm misspeaking here. But, yeah. Anyway, rough loss still, but I still wanted to highlight the fact that we are getting Jaylen Waddle and Tyreek Hill going a little bit again. Having a touchdown from each of them kind of felt nice. The yardage wasn't really anything crazy, obviously, but still. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, I appreciate hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.